So continuing the development on the Ducati range, we've got a new Monster on the dyno today. Same engine that's fitted across the lower power 950 range. This bike is bone stock at the moment. Always great really to use a bone stock bike to get some base data. We're expecting it to be the same architecture as the Multistrada V2, but the lads have already taken a read of the ECU. We'll get that analysed upstairs and we'll do some runs now to see how it's actually running on the dyno. Yeah, so pretty much what we expected. Looks like there's some slight differences in the way that the power is delivered between this and the Multistrada, which is what you'd expect really. Fueling across the range, pretty much identical. Let's get it looked at upstairs. Let's see if there's any differences in the programming, and we'll come up with a plan and a map to make it right. So, what did we manage to do with the Monster 937? While the guys are out test riding it, let's see what we actually managed to get on the dyno. Biggest gains, Euro 5 bike. They're always going to be at the bottom end and smoothing out the fueling, putting the advance back in. This bike's got quite a lot of limiters actually. The ECU automatically pulls back the power at a certain point, 60% if I recall off the top of my head. The plots will show us shortly. It really sort of like pulls the power back. 20% here, you can see the bike when it revs out to 6,000 RPM. After the map, it does rev all the way out to 9,000 RPM. It looks that jagged, obviously, because the scale's quite big. We're only looking at 13 brake horsepower, so we've got a massive scale, so it's picking up every sort of like tenth of a horsepower. Makes it look very jagged, but you can see that the modified file is substantially smoother and revs out further than the stock bike. 60% throttle, like we was just saying, that once you get to about 7,000 RPM, the ECU instantly starts to pull back the power that it's creating. The standard line, as you can see here, the blue line plateaus off after that, whereas with a modified file we can leave the throttle open and the bike carries on producing power to about 9,250 RPM and then starts to plateau off, gives you a little bit of rollover really. Okay, wide open throttle. We've gone from 99.88 brake horsepower to 102. We've only gained 3 brake horsepower at wide open throttle. However, if you look at the difference now, when we're asking for wide open throttle, we've programmed the ECU to give you wide open throttle. As you can see, at 7,000 RPM, we made about 5 brake horsepower. The line is substantially more linear and more progressive, and it's just a smoother plot, really. As far as the torque's concerned at wide open throttle, you can really see the differences here, really. We've gone from 81 Newton meters to 85. Do stay tuned, this bike is going to come back to us. We are decatting it and fitting an end can to the bike. Really hope you're enjoying what we bring to the channel. Please do hit the subscribe button, it really does help us out, and if you hit the bell icon, it'll keep you notified of any new Ducati content that we bring into the channel.